Today we are going to learn some short answer questions from the first lesson, that is the laws of motion. First one is define inertia, give its classification. That is the inability of a body to change its state of rest or of uniform motion in a straight line unless it acts upon by an unbalanced force. The types of inertia are inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction. That is, all of you know, the object is at rest unless we are applying a force. That is, if we are pushing or pulling, it will move. Otherwise, it cannot change its position. Like the same way, a moving ball, it can come to rest when it is acted upon by a force. That is a force of frictional or any force. That is, to change the direction, to change the position of an object, the force is needed. Without force, the object cannot change its position. That property is called as inertia. Second one, classify the types of forces based on their application. First one, like parallel force. Next is unlike parallel force. Like parallel force means the parallel forces which are acting in the same direction. For example, if anybody is pulling a table in the same direction. Unlike parallel means that are parallel forces but they act in different direction. The next one is on problem, that is if a 5 Newton and 15 Newton forces are acting opposite to one another, find the resultant force and the direction of action of the resultant force. Here two forces are given. F1 is 5 Newton, F2 is 15 Newton. Resultant force is equal to, that is, resultant force is, the direction of the resultant force is towards the greater force. The 15 Newton force is acting in one direction and 5 Newton force is acting in another direction. The resultant force is equal to F2 minus F1, that is 15 minus 5, that is equal to 10 Newton. The direction of resultant force is along the direction of 15 Newton force. For example, we can consider two persons are pulling the table. One fat person and one lean person. Lean person is pulling the table in one direction. A fat person is pulling the table in another direction. We all know the table will move in the direction of the fat person who is exerting a larger force. Next is a very important question. The difference between mass and weight. Generally, we all are thinking mass and weight are same. No, they are not same, but they are different. Mass, it is a quantity of matter present in the body. Weight, it is a gravitational force exerted on the body. When you are considering weight, if you are keeping a stone or anything in your hand will be lowered down the gravitational force. That force is weight, but the particles or matter present in that body is called as mass. The unit of mass is kilogram, unit of weight is Newton. Next point, mass is a scalar quantity when weight is a vector quantity. I think all are remembering what are scalars and vectors. Scalar is the quantity which is having only magnitude. Vector is a quantity which is having both magnitude and direction. Fifth one, define moment of couple.